Star Wars The Rise of Kylo Ren Issue 3 sees Ben arrive on Varnak, meeting with the Knights of Ren and their master. Ben tells Ren that he was held up as the man removes his helmet, telling Ben that the mask is kind of intense, hence why Ben never got the joke about him looking like someone chewed him up and spat him out. Ren knows that he came looking for the Knights of Ren, and not many do that, so what does Ben want from them? Ben says that he wants to learn from them since he's strong in the shadow. Ren hopes that Snoke told him the price for joining up with them, and it's a death, a good death. Ben says that he has killed a Jedi, and Ren thinks that he is talking about Luke Skywalker, but Ben Solo says that it wasn't Luke, it was someone else. Ren is intrigued, wanting to know who, so Ben tells him the story of his battle on Elphrona with the 3 other Jedi students, who followed them there after the Jedi Temple was destroyed. Ren tells him to stop, since he wants to know of a good death, so he needs to know about the 3 Jedi. Ben tells him that they were all students of Luke, who studied together with him. The first was Vo, who had a hard time accepting her place in the way of things. Ben would train with her, and Vo would always try and beat him, since she couldn't just be herself, she wanted to be more and wanted to be better than Ben. The next was Hennex, a smart and funny Quarren who thought the Force was a puzzle. He tries to access a holocron, and with Luke's instructions to merely just listen to it, he activates it, learning its secrets. Lastly was Ty, whom would always wonder why Ben hides himself away in a tightly locked box. Ben knows that he knows why he does it, because he is Ben Solo. Ty thinks that he should be that person since he needs to be, and he says that he doesn't need to know Ben's secrets since he knows he's Ben Solo and he knows he's not as bad as he thinks he is. Ren tells him to go back to the fight, so Ben details his fight with the Jedi. He tries to escape them, jumping high and far away onto a cliff, but Vo follows him, calling him a murderer who needs to face justice. Ben thinks that if they want a murderer, then he will be one, force pushing her from the cliff. He soon regrets his mistake, grabbing her with the Force, holding her in the air. Ben can't hold her for long as Hennex throws his lightsaber at Ben, thinking that he killed Vo. Ben dodges the saber, but Vo falls as Ty tries to use the Force to save her. Hennex's lightsaber boomerangs back towards him, catching the Quarren off guard and killing him. Vo is saved by Ty, who knows that he heard a scream from Hennex. Ben soon arrives, demanding that they get back into the temple. He Force throws them inside, using the Force to rip down the temple opening and trap them in the rubble. Ren and his knights don't really find Hennex's death to be a good one, but Ren knows that Ben really wants this, and Snoke vouched for him, and he's strong in the shadow, so maybe with them he will find that good death after all. Ren tells Kuruk to find Ben some new clothes since he looks like garbage, and after Ben dresses in his new black attire, Ren suggests that they go find something to burn. Back at the temple on Elphrona, Ty and Vo manage to free themselves from the temple. Ty says that he saw into Ben's head as they fought, knowing that he's looking for the Knights of Ren. Vo doesn't care where his path leads him, only caring about where it ends. But Ty knows that with Hennex being murdered by Ben, Ben Solo is truly lost. Star Wars The Rise of Kylo Ren Issue 3 was a fantastic penultimate issue that detailed the death that allowed Ben to gain access to the Knights of Ren. I really do like how Ben didn't really actually kill anyone, and it was just kind of a bit of bad luck and an accident that the Jedi was killed by his own blade. Something that Ben probably admitted from his story thanks to him wanting to get into the Knights and believing that the Knights of Ren are his path in life. And that's what I've really loved about this series. It very much captures the conflict that Ben Solo is going through and what he must do and what he must become in life. It's really interesting. I'm very much looking forward to seeing how this series ends next issue and how Ben Solo finishes his transformation into the evil and violent Kylo Ren. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10.